So Insider.com said in 1978 that the average price for a 6-pack of beer was about $2.80.
That sounds awesome.
Then you fast forward to, and that's just the average cost. I mean, that adds in, the cheap stuff and the fancy stuff. So fast forward, they did it up to 2018. The average 6-pack now going for $9.03.
Oh, my.
And that, my friends, is what we call inflation.
The silent killer. Dun, 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 dun.
The cost of the future is what we could also call it. So when we think about an inflation rate then, what do we need to be planning for when we think about 20, 30, 40 years of retirement?
You need to really plan for the fact that things will undoubtedly cost you more year over year. And if you don't plan for it, often what we've seen is, well, maybe you have to take more risk inside of your 401k or your IRA in an effort to have a higher rate of return so that you can deal with a 4% increase every year. Think about it. If you don't plan and you don't, let's say, have an income source set up with the money that you have worked your entire lives, you don't have an income source set up and it's just about pulling money out of a big bucket. Well, you're really going to have to take some risk to get higher rates of return to be able to afford things costing more. Right, Dad?
Absolutely. But, there are some strategies that we've used that really can help you take a look at the whole thing. And, whether you have some at-risk money, some not at-risk money, et cetera, don't think that necessarily no risk equals no return.
Yes.
Okay.
Because there are just too many ways for us to look at somebody's portfolio and to say, okay, let's take some of this into a no-risk situation or as little risk as humanly possible and still maybe get 5 or 6%. We don't know, but that's what we're shooting for.
Okay.
Now, there's other parts of the portfolio that can withstand if we've got ups and downs and all, like we had earlier this year or we had in 2018. When we structure a portfolio properly, it's made to weather those ups and downs over time, and that's how you're going to beat inflation.
Got it.
You are not going to beat inflation by putting money in CDs right now because, you're making 0 point nothing, just depending, and then you're paying taxes on that too.
Right.
Well, if inflation's running at any rate, 2.5%, and that's coming, depends
even at
on
a low rate, right?
Absolutely, you're losing money.